What's up, guys? It's Jacques Slade, and today I'm here with a person that I would consider a legend in the sneaker game. Now, you may not necessarily know him by face, but you've definitely seen his work before. His name is Futura, and he put his hands on the Converse Chuck Taylor II. So we're gonna do a bit of an unboxing and show you, take a look at the shoes and talk to him about the design and really his impact as a whole on the sneaker culture, because he's been here for a while and he's put in a lot of work, and a lot of people you respect right now learn from this man. So let's start out by checking out the shoes. So first, talk about your design.
Look at that. You got a signed box right there.
There you go. Signed box. Will all of the boxes come signed, or is this exclusive just for tonight?
Tonight,
okay.
Yes.
So the Chuck Taylor II, as you guys know, is the new version of the Chuck Taylor. Comes with the lunar insoles, and his work is already here. So let's already start off with some of the design work here, even on the insoles. What's the inspiration for here?
Well, this is actually, if we're seeing it in this way, it's a segment of a painting. I can say this is maybe the first segment, because I believe I have another release.
Okay.
So it'll be continuing somewhere down the line. Okay, so this is the first one, and this is an optional one, by the way. You have another one within the shoe. This is we're throwing you like an extra one.
Okay.
Just to get you started.
Just to get us started. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that. So while I take this out and show people this, talk a little bit about the sneaker culture and why sneaker culture appeals to you so much.
Well, I'm from New York, okay?
Right.
Unlike people maybe out here where they're more dependent, obviously, on your whip, and I think New York culture, as I recall, was more just walking around, getting on a train, close personal contact with people, and a lot of people just checking you out. And so the sneaker game, which is goes back to for me at least the late 70s, I think. It was always about having a nice pair of kicks. We've seen since the inception of the Jordan, how it's taken on another life of its own. But prior to all that, I was in Chucks. Before I even knew any four-letter words.
Right.
For me, coming back to the con, it's pretty awesome.
So you spoke to something that kind of resonates with me when it comes to the Chuck Taylor. It almost feels like the Chuck Taylor is.
Hello? No, I'm with him right now. Okay. Thank you.
The Chuck Taylor is like, it's an artist's shoe. I feel like from musicians to artists, you see them in the Chuck Taylor.
Sure.
So you've obviously added your artwork to this shoe. Can you talk a little bit about what's going on here on the upper of the shoe?
Yeah. There's a nice little extra.
Velcro. Okay.
I think we have some optional male bits you could use. It's just an adaptation of this atomic design that I've been doing. It's all painted freehand. It's just a bit of like their old history, what I'm doing. I've also been about camo just as a fan. The ripstop, and there's a very subtle detailing down here. There's some writing, inspirational words. Yeah, that's quite subtle, and the eyelets are off-colored and optional lacing, the 3M. And the other,
the optional insole. This is the one that comes in the shoe.
Exactly.
And it has that same sort of camo freehand pattern,
which we've done on a companion tee.
One of the words here I notice here is experience, and you obviously have a lot of experience. And I feel like as an artist, people have seen your work before, and you've inspired an entirely new generation of
maybe, as you say, people not even knowing it.
People not even knowing it.
Which is fine. I'm not about like, hey, look at me, you know who I am, blah blah blah. It's irrelevant. Hopefully, I'm doing something positive.
Right.
And people are feeling it on whatever level, aesthetically, historically. On a sneaker, like, oh, that's gonna work with what I'm rocking.
Right.
However they approach it, I'm grateful that I have a support, because it's there, it's real,
Yeah, well, for me, it's because I know your work, and I see your influence on the people of today. I mean, from your son all the way down, you've had an impact on the way this culture works at collaborations, the way they look at collaborations. He and his sister
are my best work, by the way.
I imagine they are. Yeah. The way that people would approach collaborations and things like that today. So this is, it's an unboxing, and we're talking about this in design, but it's more of like, hey, people, this is the guy that you need to know about. A lot of the people that you look up to, he does that. So this is the Chuck Taylor II, the Futura collab. Futura, can you tell them where can they find you online?
You know, hit me on IG. I'm there. You can find me.
I'm on IG.
I'm sure I'll get tagged on this. Oh, we're tagging Futura Chuck II, Chuck II, Roman numeral 2, not the number 2. So Futura Chuck Roman numeral 2, II.
That's the hashtag, y'all.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm Jacques Slade. Make sure you like, favorite, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. I appreciate you as always. We'll see you soon. Peace. I have two legendary designers here beside me, Tinker and Mark Smith. These guys are amazing. Tinker, both Mark and Tinker have had years and years in the Jordan line. So it's pretty official. So it's raining, so I'm gonna cut the camera off before it gets ruined, and I'll see you guys inside.
Yeah, I'll tag y'all.